Y'all, it's my first YouTube video, so I was thinking, let's go to South America. Atlanta layover complete. Now, Buenos Aires. I just got here. I got in my Airbnb. It's cute. It's good. I'm gonna go get a quick bite to eat, and I'm gonna try to pick up my cash from Western Union. I'll fill you in, but I really didn't plan well with getting local currency. Well, I did, but I made an error, which we'll talk about. But Western Union is hopefully saving the day. So let's go. Okay, so the Western Union was like in an alley. It took me forever to find it. They were so nice though, and it worked. We'll talk about currency, but currency is tricky in Argentina. It's almost as tricky as me filming myself on the sidewalk. This is gonna be really awkward. OMG, good morning. It's day 2. Yesterday was kind of a wash. I didn't do jet lag right. I haven't traveled more than a few time zones in like a really long time, like far before pre-pandemic. And I just really underestimated. I was very overconfident in how affected I would be. And so the first day I went out and grabbed some food and walked around a little bit, but the first day was kind of a wash. So today is the first real day. We're getting out, about. We're going to a famous cemetery, which it has been told to me that it cannot be missed. So we're gonna go check that out. We're gonna explore in the evening, get some food, maybe some beers. There seems to be like a decent little craft beer scene here, and I'm just hoping that, you know, I am not swarmed by people when I leave the house because of how cute my fanny pack is. Are you kidding? Come on. If y'all thought that I was gonna come to Argentina without a fanny pack, or anywhere, quite frankly, without a fanny pack, you're dead wrong. Big fanny pack here. Fanny pack fan here. Big fanny pack fan here. Big fanny fan. Big fanny pack fan here. So let's get our ducks in a row. We're gonna take a cab to this cemetery. It's apparently in a pretty cool neighborhood. So we're gonna check it out, walk around. I gotta find some lunch. I'm hungry, and let's go. Okay, so I just called a cab and I used Cabify. It looks like really almost exactly like the Uber app, but apparently it's a little more popular here. And Uber, I think Uber's had a tumultuous journey here in Argentina. I think it might be okay now, but I think there was a time when like cab drivers were physically attacking Uber cars and things, and so I don't know. I also drove for Uber for a while, and I should probably keep these thoughts under wraps. I'm using Cabify to get to the cemetery. It's called Recoleta Cemetery. I'm sure I'm totally butchering that. That's where we're going, so let's go. I've arrived at the Recoleta Cemetery, and I made a new friend. Meet Claudia. She's giving me all the recommendations on good places to get good photos. She's a photographer, so I'm getting the lowdown. Unexpected foosball tournament, and Claudia kicked my ass. Wow. It was 6-4. Just a quick game.
I win!
Okay, OMG, I just left my new friend, Claudia. I have so much more to say about that, but right now I am at the Recoleta Cemetery, which is where Eva Perón, the titular character, I hate that word, it's so uncomfortable, it's where her mausoleum is. Apparently her body might not be here, I don't know, there might be some drama about that, I don't know, or maybe it's conspiracy theories, I don't know, but anyway, let's go see it. OMG, y'all. That ended up being quite the day. I think I just made a really good friend in Buenos Aires. We're gonna hang out again tomorrow. I think, at least that's the plan. So, I don't know. Stay tuned. Obviously, I'll take you with me. I'm gonna chill for a bit. I'm so wiped. I was not expecting that. And we had beers and it was hot. And so I'm just gonna drink water and chill for a bit. And then we'll head out tonight, go adventuring in the neighborhood in Palermo. That's where I'm staying. There's tons of good restaurants and stuff, so we'll go get some food, get a drink, and then call it a night. Okay, I just woke up from a little nappy poo, desperately needed. Gonna go find some food. There is this ramen place, which I know is not what you would expect in Argentina, but it has been recommended to me multiple times because they have apparently a great veggie, vegan ramen. They've got some other things too. So let's go see if we can find it. Go see if they're open. Restaurants here sometimes keep odd hours, but looks like they're open. So let's go see. Even if there's not, there's thousands of options. And then let's just walk around a little bit. It's Buenos Aires at night, y'all. It's awesome. This vegan ice cream shop was closed the other day, but they're open now. Hopefully they're open later. Let's get some ice cream. That sounds so tasty. Okay, that was so good. What's going on over here? I don't know. We're not going to talk about it. It was really good, though. Everyone told me there was not going to be any vegan food here, and they either lied to me or they were wrong. Because I had no problem finding tons of great food. Maybe not authentic Argentinian food, but delicious food nonetheless. Now, am I hungry? No. If that vegan ice cream shop is open, am I going to stop and get ice cream anyway? Yes. I forgot what it's like to have ramen in the summer. So hot. So hot. This is so good. I got dulce de leche and Nutella. It's great. I'm going to hit the hay. I'm going to bed. Because I had to get up early in the morning because I'm going to meet up with Claudia. She's going to show me a neighborhood. Oh no, we're doing all kinds of things. I don't know why I'm spoiling it for you. See you tomorrow. We're here at the obelisk. So this is the Argentinian White House. This is where their president lives, and this is Plaza de Mayo, which apparently all the mothers during the war who had lost their sons were walking circles. Those little logos represent where they were walking, and they walked for 40 years, if I'm understanding Claudia correctly, waiting for their sons. So I want to know more about that. That sounds heart-wrenching. is her favorite breakfast spot. We're gonna go grab a bite.
Now maybe.
And now we are going into a neighborhood called La Boca.
Bueno, vamos a el estadio de La Boca, por favor. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay, very good. Don't open your eyes, eh? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now you got to open.
Ah, it's the sea! Back from a super fun morning with Claudia. We had so much fun, and then we took an Uber to drop her off at work, and we ended up deciding to have coffee. So we had coffee, and then I don't smoke, but she just pulled out a like an envelope of tobacco and started rolling me a cigarette. So I couldn't say no. So we had a coffee and smoked a cigarette and said goodbye. And what a time. I'm so glad I met her. I hope that I always stay as open to experiences like that. I'm so glad that I stumbled in front of her bike on the sidewalk and she saw my camera and noticed I was a photographer, sort of, and she said hello. So what a fun time. I mean, gosh, if this could happen everywhere I travel, I would get to know cities so much more intimately. Okay, I did some laundry because tomorrow I head to El Calafate, which is the airport closest to Patagonia. It's kind of our first jumping off point. And I just want to go, with a clean set of clothes. So I did some laundry, and now we're going to a tango show. Hey Jeffrey, what's a tango show? I don't totally know. I get the sense that it's like Argentina's version of like a Las Vegas show meets dinner theater type thing. There's music, there's dancing. I think most of the shows incorporate some like historical information, context stuff. I don't know, I have no idea. We're gonna find out together. I'm sure that I can't record the show, but I'll tell you all about it as soon as I'm done. OMG, y'all. It was freaking phenomenal. It was really good. I was not wrong in describing it as like the Argentinian Las Vegas show. It was so good. It was so good. There's all kinds of tango shows. There are like dive bar tango shows. There's just like there's lots of tango shows, but this was like apparently, as I've been told, the like number one option. And it didn't disappoint. Like, there was flying, there was music, there was dancing, it was absolutely amazing. You absolutely have to see one. This one was awesome. I'm sure there's other really good ones too, but it was so good. I also thought I ordered a glass of wine, and it turned out to be a bottle of wine. So do with that what you will, but it was it was such a good night. You absolutely have to do a tango show when you're here. This one was a great one. I'm sure there's other good ones, but you gotta do it. I think you gotta do it. Okay, I am back to the Airbnb. I need a little bit of food, and then I need a lot of sleep, but I've got to get up at like 6 a.m. because I got to pack my bags and head to the airport. Because tomorrow I go to El Calafate, which is the airport closest to Patagonia. That bottle of wine that I thought was going to be a glass of wine is putting me to sleep. So I'm going to have some food and go to bed. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Eventually this rolling on 2 hours of sleep is going to catch up to me, but not today, Satan. Let's go to Patagonia. Soon, everyone I'm traveling with arrives. I am so excited, but also a little nervous to meet everyone. We have been waiting for this trip for almost a year, and I cannot believe it's finally here. Who are these random people I'm traveling with? Well, it's a good question, but honestly, I don't really know. Okay, we just landed. We're here. I'm gonna go find my driver, and we're gonna go to the hotel. We're gonna get settled in. We're here! Travel trip for Jeffrey? Okay, I'm here. I just got to the hotel that we're staying in. I don't know if it's a hotel. It's giving like lodge vibes for sure. Let me give you a tour. My first group trip to Yellowstone was a raging success. So I set my sights higher and announced this trip to Patagonia. Turns out people were super interested. While I am riddled with anticipation as I meet my followers who are arriving tomorrow, if it's anything like the last trip, over the next week, I'm about to make some lifelong friends, watch some really inspiring people do things they didn't think they could do, and have a lot of laughs. Like, a lot of laughs. Are you kidding me? With that view? Lazarus. Okay, so I arrived today. I'm meeting with our guide tonight, and everybody else arrives tomorrow. So super stoked to meet everybody, and then we'll spend one night here in El Calafate. That is the airport that you fly into if you're going to most parts of Patagonia. We'll spend one night here, and then we will head to El Chalten, I believe it's called. And that is the little town up in the mountains that will serve as our base camp of sorts for all of our daily adventures. Y'all, good morning. It's the day of the show, y'all. Good morning. Everyone arrives today. I am going to go meet the first shuttle of travelers, so let's go say hi and welcome them to El Calafate. She's here. This is my friend Kelly. She's taking Martin's spot since he couldn't come. She graciously came to entertain me. Are you ready for this view?
Oh my god.
And I think this might be one of the worst views we have on the trip. OMG, I was just outside the hotel getting a shot of the entrance, and someone recognized me from Australia, a follower. How fun is that? I've never had an international person recognize me outside of the US. That's fun.
My name is Katie Webb, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
My name is Katie Zorns. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
I am Chris Harriman from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Jack Zedek from Indianapolis, Indiana.
I'm Alexi. I live in Bozeman, Montana.
My name is Christy. I've lived in Arizona for 8 years now.
I'm Megan Smith, and I'm from Longmont, Colorado.
I'm Stephanie Gordon. I am from Atlanta, Georgia.
I ended up on this trip because I followed Jeffrey Binney on Instagram.
I never thought about Patagonia as a place to travel to, and it sounded great. I wanted to go hiking somewhere else in the world.
For tea, you use boiled water. For mate, the water mustn't be boiled because if not, the herbs get burned. Okay, and it is too strong.
Oh, it has a totally different flavor.
This is a province in the north of our country. Yeah? Yeah.
Tastes like really strong black tea.
You like it?
It's neat. All right, we are on our way up to El Chalten, the mountain town where we'll spend the rest of the night, but we made a quick pit stop. It's so gorgeous.
My husband and I are not world travelers. We haven't done a lot of international travel, and I think that's part of the reason this was so appealing to us. But I was nervous to kind of step back into that, especially after the pandemic. I'm most excited about, honestly, stepping outside of my comfort zone, I think, and experiencing a new place and a different culture, and doing it with a bunch of people who are from different walks of life but have kind of the same core desires to explore and have new experiences and get to meet the people and share that with them.
Oh my gosh. That is so
When we are
You're so
closer,
wrong.
we are going to stop for pictures. Yeah?
I am here because this is my year for adventure. I've been slowly easing into adventures and having them. And I thought there'd be a lot of people here that I would click with, and human experience is really is special to me. I like to connect with people, and Patagonia is a bucket list place.
I thought, well, this might be a perfect opportunity to go somewhere because I'm not afraid of going alone, but to have people with me at the same time.
I was most excited about Mount Fitz Roy. Honestly, these pictures that I've seen, I wanted to see these mountains. I love mountains. They make me cry.
Okay, we just got settled into the room. We're gonna go grab some lunch before we go on a little hikey hike. Just a small hike today. Tomorrow's the first, what is it? 16 miles? I think it's 16 miles. So we got a big day tomorrow. Hike number one, just a short one, just 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers, so that's like 3-4 miles. And we're just going up to this little overlook over the town so we can get a good view of the valley and the
this little town of El Chalten, and then tomorrow is our first big hike. 16 miles and like 2,500 feet of elevation change. So, not crazy, but a little jaunt for sure.
Okay. We had an amazing first day. You know those like bucket list items that you've pictured in your mind forever and you know what they look like and you imagine what it's going to be like to be there and to see it for the first time. But then we saw it for the first time and it was just so cool. We got some amazing photos, but everyone's jaws were just on the ground. People were emotional. You know, sometimes when you see beautiful things, it's overwhelming and you feel feels. Then we got to town, we got settled into our hotel, and then we went for a short hike. They tell us that it was the most underwhelming of the hikes, but it was gorgeous. Like, you know, we've got the Rocky Mountains in the US, we have the Canadian Rockies in Canada, and they're gorgeous, but these were just a different variety of epic mountains, and it was impossible to not just be completely awestruck. It was gorgeous. Now it's time for bed. Tomorrow is our biggest hike in terms of distance, 16 miles, 2,600 feet of elevation gain, something like that. So not crazy steep, but a long day nonetheless. And the sun here is brutal. It's not my first day being a ginger, but you wouldn't know that because I forgot to wear sunscreen. And I'm not fried, but I'm pretty toasty. I'm pretty red. So not gonna forget the SPF tomorrow. To be inappropriately honest, my pee was a alarming color of goldenrod. So I'm gonna chug some water and get some sleep. And we'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna go see Fitz Roy again, but closer.
Okay, so I told Jeffrey I wouldn't tell anyone about what happened in the kayak, but here I am.
Okay, good morning. We're going kayaking. I gotta switch to the action cam because we gotta waterproof this situation. I'm pretty worried about kayak. I don't have a good history with kayaks, but I think it's gonna be okay. I might be wet. Worst things could happen.
apparently we have to wear wetsuits. So this is gonna be good. Me squeezing my body into this wetsuit. I am gonna look and feel like an overstuffed sausage. Oh Lord, why don't I research this stuff before I get here? I won't ever learn. This is gonna be fine. It'll be fun. Hey Katie, how are you feeling about the wetsuit situation?
What's gonna happen? Like, he gave me a small. I'm like, have you seen my boobs?
Well, mine is not a large. He clearly hasn't seen my boobs. The price we pay for being adventurous. Oh Lord, we got firm instructions to pee first. Apparently, it's a nightmare to pee after you've got this thing on. Alright, I think I have to take my swim trunks off, so I gotta peel myself out of these again. Oh my god, y'all. The things I get myself into. Are you ready for this? I know that you're not. Okay, it's actually not as bad as I thought. In fact, it might even be a little bit cute. It's time for the waterproof case, so see you on the flip side.
I was really, really looking forward to kayaking here in Patagonia, and my husband and I have done kayaking before, and I actually had less nerves about the kayaking than I did about the long hikes. And before we came on this trip, I had like some sort of back injury, a slip disc or something that didn't heal. And so we went to the kayaking place, and we got in our kayaks, and I sat down, and the way that we had to position ourselves, it was unlike any kayak that I had been in before. The way that we had to position ourselves and hold ourselves up when we got in the kayak, my core, I knew I could not stay in that position, like have the core strength to stay in that position and protect my back. And so I just kind of had this devastating moment that I'm not going to be able to do this safely, and it's not gonna like be enjoyable beyond that.
Kayaking makes me a little apprehensive, and then we were in so many layers, but we were in double kayaks, and I think that just made it a little more fun because you had someone to talk to the whole time, even if you're kind of separated from the group. And it was so beautiful. The color of the river here is the glacier runoff, and just gorgeous. And then we got another view of Fitz Roy, which hasn't disappointed me yet.
I wouldn't say I was nervous about kayaking. I thought this was going to be the easiest thing, but also really cool because I've never kayaked. I'm a complete newbie at all water sports. It's hard, y'all. It's hard because, like, first of all, it's not epically comfortable in the kayak. It is like your hip flexors, your lower back. It's not a comfy seat. Everybody I worked with was like, they were just like, you're gonna fall in. I got super lucky. I got paired with one of the guides who's a professional kayaker. I think had that not happened, I would have tipped over at least 3 times. I would have been that person. Luckily, it wasn't me that was that person. Yeah, so that person was Jeffrey. Jeffrey is the one that took a dip.
Okay, so I told Jeffrey I wouldn't tell anyone about what happened in the kayak, but here I am. So Jeffrey was the first one to fall out, and he did it with a bang.
The absolute shit show. Like, really embarrassing in the best ways possible.
Fortunately, he didn't take his partner down with him.
Tipped in the middle of the lake, so I had to get back in the kayak, like not on the edge, like in the middle.
But he was able to get back into his kayak, but maybe broke his kayak a little.
So missed.
So it broke? The seat broke at the beginning?
The seat snapped and I like jerked right as the wave came, and I saved Kelly though. I knew we were gonna tip, and so I just dove. I was like gonna sacrifice myself.
He had to get towed down the entire river by a guide. And while doing so, he had to have his legs hanging in the river, so he was not just getting towed, he was dragging behind his guide. He fell out just multiple times.
And it's so relaxing too that Jeffrey was the one that broke the seal, because somebody was going to go in. Of course it had to be Jeffrey.
The driver who was meeting the kayakers at camp, he went ahead and took us over to the camp. And when I got on the bus, I was crying. I was like trying to hide myself in the seat. And Eric was sitting in a separate seat, but still like reaching over. And the driver was so sweet and like was taking us to different spots to take photos. And Eric walked away at one moment when we were out taking photos, and the driver did not speak any English, and I speak 6 words in Spanish. But he was able to communicate with me, basically asking if I was okay and reminding me where I was. And then I started crying again, because more from gratitude and not sadness. And I don't know, that ended up being pretty special. And he took us over to a place where we hang out and experience all the beauty. It's not like we missed any of that. And then afterwards, when he drove us back here, and everyone got off the bus, he called us over for someone to like translate for him something that he wanted to say to us. And basically, again, language barrier, but basically he was saying that he admired our relationship, and that Eric didn't leave me, and that I still did something. I don't know, it's like there's language barriers, but being kind and having compassion can be a universal thing. And so I'll just never forget that. Hector's his name.
Big hike number 2, a little less long, 12-13 miles. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fine. Oh god, here it comes. And it was hard. Good morning. It is a beautiful day in Patagonia. Even though there's a huge thunderstorm behind us, chasing us down the trail, it's still gorgeous. Big hike number 2, a little less long, 12-13 miles, but more elevation change. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fine. We just finished our first hard climb, and it was hard. It was short, but it was very steep. That's always quite the way to start a long hiking day. But you know what? We're warm, so there's a silver lining, and the views aren't bad. Wow, this is turning out to be a pretty cool section. The fast group is far ahead of me. The slow group is pretty far behind me. And for the first time since we got to Patagonia, I'm just on the trail by myself. I mean, they're not far away, but this is the first time that I've been out of eyeshot of other humans, and the silence is deafening. All you can hear is the wind. It's so windy here, and the only sound is this like epic wind blowing through the trees and the bushes. I knew, or at least I thought I knew what to expect in terms of Patagonian mountains. What I underestimated were these forests. I don't know what these trees are. I'll figure it out. But they're gorgeous. The forests are... I was going to say enchanting. That's what they are. I know that's a silly thing, but that's what they are. They're pretty cool. Oh, check out this glacier. This glacier. This is the best example of the blue that appears in the bottom sections of the glacier where all of the snow has compacted so hard that it has become ice, and it turns that gorgeous blue color. I don't know if it reads on camera. I hope so. It's beautiful. I'm sure these glaciers don't look that crazy on camera, but they are massive.
So ahead of us, in front of us, we have Cerro Solo over there. Then a big glacier, which is called Big Glacier. And then to the right of it is Glaciar del Torre in the base. Actually, we're seeing the upper part of it, but in the lower part is coming
a little bit crazy. The wind is blowing all the sand. We're getting like a natural exfoliation. Oh God, here it comes. That just got a huge. Oh, is everyone okay? Yeah. That's kind of intense. Jesus. It's blowing sand hard, and it stings your skin and burns your eyes. We're a tough group. We're gonna be okay. Oh, can you see it? Jesus. This was amazing, but we're going to escape to the forest because this is all just cackling. It's not unsafe. It's just blowing us so hard. How was that?
It was amazing. You know,
Any idea what to expect?
every time we turn around, it's something different. I just thought we were going to hike through a forest, see a lake, and then we see that lake with the glaciers and the blue and the mountains and the wind. It was an adventure.
We did it!
We did it!
Woo! We're back. We got like just in time. A storm is rolling in. It's getting ready to rain. I think we've all had enough rain today. It was crazy windy again coming down the mountain, but another incredible day, to be honest. After the first day of hiking, I thought this might have been a little boring. It wasn't boring. What are you excited for, Kelly? I know, we're so excited. It's morning time. It's a chill-ish day today. A couple hours hike, but it's flat. We're gonna go see a glacier. We're taking a boat ride, but no like crazy physical effort. But tonight we're going to this pasta restaurant that has been recommended to us over and over and over again, and we finally got a reservation. It's hard to get into, so we're quite excited.
Okay, dale. Bueno. So, guys, we are meant to get to Lago del Desierto.
Sí.
Lago del Desierto, as I said yesterday, it's like 30 kilometers away from here, but it's all gravel road. It's gonna be very noisy
Made a quick pit stop for a waterfall. It's adorable. Made a beautiful drive. Every time they say, oh, 2-hour drive, I'm so disappointed. And then we get in the van and it's gorgeous. And this is no different. We're getting ready to go on that boat. We're gonna go take a quick ride around this lake. You can see a glacier. Should be awesome. You can see the lake. The water is a really cool color of like dark turquoise. And we just learned that all of the water in each of the lakes and each of the rivers is, the color is a little bit different than the others. And it's because it is colored with tiny microscopic like sand particles from the rocks underneath the glacier. The glacier grinds it into a fine dust, and that is what colors the water. a short drive, shove some food in our face, and now we're taking a short hike to a waterfall. And I think I see it in the distance and it looks gorgeous, unsurprisingly. It just keeps happening. I keep thinking, oh, it's gonna be kind of a boring day. Not much is gonna happen today. So far, it's never true. So we're all just kind of chilling in the lobby of our hotel because our bus just arrived, but it has a flat tire. So the poor bus driver is changing the tire. So we're a little delayed, and we gotta get to El Calafate for dinner. So it might turn out to be an interesting evening. I will keep you posted.
What is going on with the bus? Apparently, it had a flat tire, but it was able to drive away. So a little confused in the bus situation. So I don't really know what's going on with the bus.
Goodbye, Pudu Lodge. Goodbye, El Chalten. Patagonia, you were good to us. Oh man, we'll decompress, but what a time. This was bonkers. It's not over yet. I don't know why I'm thinking like it's over, but it's almost over. It's the last day. How do you feel?
It is the last day. I feel joy. I feel so much gratitude for everything we've done. I feel pride for having done the hikes that I was anticipating. I feel community for all of the people that I've met. We went from strangers to knowing a lot about each other, and it's so much fun to have that experience. I feel a little ready to go home, maybe, because I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. So I feel wrapped up with a bow on top.
But then when we crested over that first hill of the first rock mound and you could see the Fitz Roy standing there, I stopped in my tracks. I looked back at Katie, who is a couple yards behind me, and if I'm allowed to say, I went, what the
I follow Jeffrey Binney on Instagram. He announced that he was doing this trip to Patagonia, and that is like a bucket list trip for me and my husband. I had seen some of the other things that he was doing, and so he announced this, and as I was talking with my husband, I was thinking, I don't know that we would do this on our own, and I want to do it. We were like, who better to go with than Jeffrey Binney and a bunch of other strangers and have this experience together. It took us a while to make the ultimate decision, but we were like, if we don't do this, we're never going to do it. And that's why we're here.
Okay, we're on the move. We're starting out today. We are doing a hike called Laguna de Los Tres, which means Lake of the Threes. We're going up to 3 gorgeous blue lakes underneath Fitz Roy. I think this is our longest hike. Not the most elevation change, but this will be one of our 2 biggest efforts. So everyone's geared up, optimistically apprehensive, but we have amazing guides. Did I mention hiring local guides? We have local guides who spend all their time in these mountains, so we're in very good hands, and we'll get there when we get there. We have all abilities on this trip. We have athletes, and we have people who have been training for 6 months for this day. So we're all gonna have a great day. We're gonna do what we can do. We're gonna get there when we get there, and we're gonna see some real pretty shit.
I'm very apprehensive of the hikes. I think I've been nervous about it for about 6 months. Every day thinking I wasn't getting enough training in, that everyone was gonna be faster than me, and I felt like I was gonna be the one slowing everyone down here.
I initially said, I don't think I'm interested because I thought it would be too difficult for me. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, you know, rather than just not go because you think it's going to be too difficult, go and see how difficult it is.
Seeing the Fitz Roy for the first time, I don't know, do other people cry when they have these experiences? Every new space that we went to and saw the Fitz Roy from a different spot or a different perspective, it just makes you feel emotional. At least it does for me. And that's, I think, one of the reasons that I know that doing this trip was so important for me and for my husband.
Okay, we're making it. It's not easy, but we're doing it. It's so gorgeous. We keep stopping to take photos because it's so pretty. And then we walk another 50 meters and it's even prettier. We are trekking right along. Apparently, we're almost to the mark part. We're not there yet.
The hike today was so gorgeous. So glad we did it. You know, a little bit nervous at first. I think all in all, I am so proud of myself. I think I did really well. I didn't do the final hike up just because I knew that that wouldn't be a good idea. But one of the things I've really come to understand is it's okay to not make it all the way to the end.
We just got our final warning for the last hard part. One group is heading back, and we have that option to head back. The other group is going up to the summit, but there's no option to turn around early. If we go, we have to finish, and we'll be moving at a decent pace. And it's relatively steep. It's about 1.2 miles and 1,500 feet of gain. So I may regret this, but I'm going up. I have to. How was it?
This was pretty hard for me, but I knew it was gonna be hard. But it's just magnificent. You just cry or want to cry the whole time.
As expected. Everyone's crushing it though. This is some people's hardest ever ever, and they're absolutely crushing it.
So the hike yesterday the beginning was so great. It was oh, this is great. I can handle this. We're 3 miles in, not a big deal. And then we got to the split where you had to make the decision. And they made sure we knew what we were getting into. It was absolutely amazingly challenging. But then when we crested over that first hill of the first rock mound and you could see the Fitz Roy standing there. I stopped in my tracks. I looked back at Katie, who is a couple yards behind me, and if I'm allowed to say, I went, what the fuck? This is crazy. Like, this isn't real.
Yesterday is a day that I will remember for the rest of my life. It's one of those days that changes you in a good way, and you want everyone else to see and feel what you saw. When we struggled to climb up the boulders and first saw Fitz Roy, I just cried. Pure joy and emotion seeing that for the first time, and then getting to the top and seeing more. It is, you can't put pictures don't do it justice, and you can't put into words how special that was.
It is so overwhelming. I know the perspective of the video doesn't do it justice. It's massive. It's so overdramatic. Fitz Roy, you a drama queen, girl. Team, can I get a celebration? We all made it! Everyone who chose to do the hard section is at the top. Got a bunch of badasses.
I had a moment of awareness while we were hiking up where, I don't know, like it's easy to when I get to do a lot of cool stuff like this, and it's easy to kind of forget how big of a deal it is, and how many people don't get to do this. I just think when I was a little kid, if someone had told me hey, you're gonna be trekking through the Andes Mountains with a bunch of strangers as far south as you can go in South America, I wonder what I would have thought. It would have felt unthinkable on that pig farm in rural Missouri. So just so grateful for the experience.
Way down. We're down the first section, which was really brutal. It was so rocky, and it was all scree. We were slipping and sliding. It was a little wild. Got our last goodbye look at Fitz, peeking out over the ridge there. We've got 6 miles back home, but they're mostly flat, so it should be uneventful. What an epic day.
Oh gosh, today was magical. From beginning to end, for lack of a better word. Everything went smoothly getting to the trail, and then every single step of the way was eye-popping. They weren't kidding, it was difficult, but so worth it. I'm not totally convinced that that was real still because it looked like a screen, like a movie screen, but in front of my real eyes. It was just stunning.
Yesterday checked all the boxes for me. The conversations I had with some people on the trail on the way to Fitz Roy and the experiences we all shared together, it checked all my bucket filler boxes. I could go home tomorrow and honestly say this was the most amazing trip ever, but I don't have to go home tomorrow. I get to stay here and have more amazing experiences. And the people, I have to say the people here are so amazing and welcoming. It is a beautiful, beautiful experience. I will say this, Jack and I are the oldest people here. Do not let age stop you from having an adventure. Be around people who are youthful and fun. They will embrace you, they will help you, they will encourage you. Work for something and make it happen. Do not let age stop you. Do the training, do the work, and go have amazing adventures that enhance your life.
What I found interesting about it is how inclusive everybody is. I by far am the oldest. Next month I'll be 72, but it doesn't make a difference to anybody. They have accepted me just like I'm one of their age group, and it's made me feel very good.
What I can say that I did today is something I'll take with me for the rest of my life.
1, 2, 3.
Fitz Roy!
Everyone's gone. I'm leaving. I'm boarding the plane in El Calafate. I'm going back to Buenos Aires tonight. And then tomorrow morning, I fly to Santiago. Wish me luck. This driver approached me as I was leaving. Normally I was like, no. But he is a taxi driver, he had a badge, and Uber is illegal from the airport, which I didn't know. But the price for that was $20,000, and his price was $24,000, so it's a fair price. Confirmed the price before. He has taxi credentials, so it's probably fine. We'll find out. Day one. I'm having a lazy day. I've been going like a mile a minute for 2 weeks, and I have to like chill for a day, or I'm gonna I'm gonna lose it. But this place, I'll give you like a full tour. But look, I have this balcony. Oh, freaking cool! Come on. And I think they're tangerines. They're either tangerines or weird oranges, or something totally different that I've never seen before. Anyway, I am having a lazy day, but I am gonna go get a pedicure. My feet are gnarly. I'm not taking a good camera. I got some advice from my cab driver who said this is not an unsafe neighborhood, but I should be careful with this camera because he said, I don't know if it's expensive, but it looks expensive. So I'm gonna take the action cam. Let's go get our feet did. A pedicure was like $7, or a manicure was like $7, so we're gonna add that on. I scheduled it through WhatsApp with the ladies at the salon, and they seem awesome. So let's go do it. OMG, my Uber driver just saved my butt. I thought I put the right address in, and he confirmed it when I got in, and I was a little annoyed. I was like, it's in the app. And I'm glad he confirmed because it was wrong. I was about to have him take me to the other side of Santiago. So, might need to be a little bit more careful with that next time. Jeffrey, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Much better, yes. OMG, They were incredible. They were so kind. They were so sweet. They did a great job. So I'll tag them in the description, but if you have to be in Santiago and need a pedicure or manicure, highly recommend them. They were lovely. And you know, it's a little risky to be show up in a random country and look for a men's pedicure, but it worked out. I might have gotten lucky, but you know what? So far, everyone here in Chile is just like they were in Argentina. Everyone's so freaking nice. Is that just like a South American thing? Okay, so remember how I was worried my camera might get stolen? My phone just got stolen. I literally pulled it out just to make sure I was on the right track. And it was actually a delivery guy, like a bike delivery guy, just zoomed right by and grabbed it, took off. Like, there wasn't even a little bit something I could do. So, whatever. It is what it is. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do. I'll find it. Or not it, I won't find my phone, but I don't know. Are there Apple stores in Chile? Probably. I don't know. But I'm on my way to Western Union, which is now difficult to find without a phone. But I'm gonna find it, get some cash, take a cab home. You know, it is what it is. That's what happens when you leave home. It's just a metal box. So I was on my way to pick up cash from Western Union. I transferred money and I was gonna go get cash, and I was like, well, I guess I'll go get cash because I don't have a way to call an Uber or pay for a way home. So I went and found the Western Union, or tried to find it, and I couldn't find it, and I stopped in a little, they call them kioscos, but it's like a corner store or like a bodega in New York. And I asked in like just like my non-existent Spanish if they knew where Western Union was. And this girl, her name is Stephanie, spoke incredible English and saved the day. She was like, oh, where are you trying to go? And I was like, Western Union. She's like, oh, I think it's around the corner. She was like, you're not Chilean. I was like, no, I'm obviously not Chilean, Stephanie. And she's like, oh, let me walk you there. So she walked me to the Western Union. But then we got to Western Union and I had to have like the code and stuff from an email that Western Union sent me in order to pick up the cash. I couldn't pick up the cash. And there's no like good way to get around here other than Uber or public transportation, but neither of which could I do without a phone. So she so kindly called an Uber for me to get back to my hotel, and she was so lovely. It was like two like completely like oppositional experiences smashed right up against each other. So she called me an Uber and I got home. And I was like, whatever, it's no big deal. I have insurance. Like, it was written, my phone was in really bad shape anyway. Like, maybe he did me a favor. Like, whatever. I'll just call the insurance and get a new one. Well, and I mean, I'm not like pissed. I mean, I get it. But there's no way for me to get a replacement here. I can only get a replacement in the US. I mean, I can go buy an iPhone here outright, but in order to get it through my insurance and have my insurance cover it, I can't get one here. I can only have it shipped to an address in the US. So I don't know what to do. Like, it sounds so silly, but like I really don't know how I'm gonna survive here for 7 more days without a phone. Like, I don't, which is ridiculous because I'm like, well, what did we do before cell phones? Come on, like, you're not that reliant on your cell phone. But like, if it was 40 years ago, I would have brought maps. I would have brought like a translation book. I would have been prepared in all these different ways. And I don't have that option. I'm not gonna go get those things. I don't even know where to get those things or how to get those things or how to call an Uber to get those things.
And so it feels so over dramatic, but I kind of just want to go home. And like, it's a bummer to think that I'm gonna it's a bummer to think that I'm gonna miss out on some of my time here, but I think it's gonna be really difficult to enjoy it. Like, there aren't just like cabs driving around, so like Uber is really kind of the only reliable option other than public transportation. But I don't have maps. I don't know. And then the biggest thing is the language. Like, in every scenario, I could just open up Google Translate and, we could work together to figure out what I was trying to say. And I don't know how I'll do that now. What a bummer. And I can see where my phone is, but I'm not going to go hunt down this Chilean guy. Like, that's not smart. And then I'm going to talk to Delta, see what the options are. See if there are like Chilean burner phone options. I don't know. Maybe I can get a cheap phone of some sort, but I also don't want to spend a bunch of money on a phone just for 5-6 days. I kind of just want to go home. But I'm also probably being over dramatic. So I don't know. Let's call Delta. Okay, so I'm going home early. But not tomorrow. I'm going home in a couple days. I'll still have a little time to explore Santiago. That's what I'm gonna do. And I feel good about that. That's what I want to do. Mostly. I mean, I'm bummed to miss out on time here, but I think it's gonna be hard to enjoy it without a phone. That sounds so effing stupid to me. Am I that dependent on a phone? Yeah, I am. I spent yesterday pouting in my hotel room, and it was great. I finally got the chill rest day that I didn't have the day before. But it was a great chill day, and I think I needed it. So today, we're going to the zoo. Not always the biggest fan of zoos, but there's apparently a gondola that leaves from the zoo that gives you some pretty awesome views of the city. So I'm gonna go check that out. And then the National Art Museum is also really close by, and I feel pretty confident that I can get to both those things without Google Maps or any, without my phone, and then find my way back home. And then this evening we'll head to the airport. We've got a late flight at 11 o'clock. So yeah, it's, I'm leaving a few days early. And I have all kinds of mixed feelings about it. The deal sealer was when I called Delta, and for whatever reason, the flight tonight, to move to the flight tonight, was $600 cheaper than my original flight. So, like, that sealed the deal. Because that's the better part of a ticket back here when I am in space to hate Santiago less. I don't hate Santiago at all. It's beautiful. I know it's a magical city. And that's what everyone keeps saying is, oh my gosh, I always wanted to go. I'll never go now. Do not let that be the takeaway. This happens everywhere. I lived in New York City. I live in LA. This happens there. This is not a Santiago thing. Santiago is not a crime-ridden hellhole. It is a beautiful city. And, I've only been here a few days, but I've already met multiple super awesome, sweet, kind people. So do not let that be the takeaway. Let's get ready. Let's go enjoy this last day in Santiago. And then we'll come back another time when we're in a better headspace.
that was the funicular. A funicular is it's that thing. A tram that like pulls you up a steep incline. There's also one, I only know what it is because there's one at a resort in Park City, Utah that takes you up to one of the resorts. It's very cool. So now we're looking for the Teleferico, something like that. That's the gondola. I don't know where it is. We might have to ask. I knew Santiago was huge, but seeing it from up here puts it on full display. It's freaking massive. Got a quick coffee before I get on the gondola. It's very good. I've had a lot of good coffee here. A lot. I love a gondola. I absolutely hate heights, but I love pretend risk. And I think that's what I get out of this. I know that it's super, super safe and I'm not actually at risk, but it's still such a little panty grabber, you know? Okay, that was awesome. Really great views of the city, and I think it was like $9 for both tickets. So, quite the deal, if you ask me. So let's take this funicular down, get some food, and go see some art. Jeez, I am loving the weather here. It is so hot in Santiago, but it's super dry. Feels like Los Angeles in the summer. It's my favorite weather. I always thought I hated the heat. I don't hate the heat. I just grew up in Missouri and it's so humid. I hate the humidity. That's what I hate. So, feeling this weather. Oh, I think I'm here. Museo de Bellas Artes. I don't know how you say it, but I'm here. And it's free. This is pretty cool. Wow. Okay, we're heading to the airport. I had a great day. I can't wait to come back and explore again. Also went to that art museum. It ended up being free. There was so much cool stuff in there. I wish I had my phone because I couldn't read a lot of the informational signs because they're in Espanol, but it was beautiful nonetheless, and the building was awesome. Okay, Santiago, you were sort of good to me. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'll be back. I'm coming back for you. Oh, I realized I didn't give you a tour of my room. Let me give you a tour of my room. So, this is the bathroom. It's got this crazy light. I don't know why it does that to the camera. Isn't that bonkers? Crazy light, but come into the main room. Got a double bed. I got this place on Hotwire. It's normally 150 bucks, not a sponsor. It's normally 150 US dollars a night. But I got it last minute, like the day before I arrived, for like $47 a night. It's called the Hotel Loreto, L-O-R-E-T-O. That is the name of the street it's on. It's in Bella Vista, which, I don't know. Some people told me it was a great neighborhood, which is why I purposefully sought it out. But some people here have said it's not a great neighborhood. I don't know. This isn't where my phone was stolen. I haven't felt unsafe. So, I don't know. It worked out for me. So, let's head to the airport. You have to meet Luna, the hotel cat.
here. It turned out I couldn't call an Uber from my iPad. Luckily, the front desk clerk, Victoria, was incredible and called an Uber for me. Want to watch another video? Click here. Want to learn more about my upcoming trips? Click here. Want to subscribe and like all my videos and turn those bell notifications on?